Alright, so now there's only one guy remaining in this region, this one. But I don't think we need to take care of him. And he's kind of difficult to take care of as it is, because he doesn't get attracted to anybody anymore. So we'll just leave him be. We might just shoot him down if we need to later on in the level. For now, let's take this way. And we're gonna climb up this place. I'm gonna try not to run because this guy might hear it. Believe it or not, sometimes these guys hear through large distances, especially at night. Their hearing is actually elevated. That much is stated by the game. Alright, let's get everybody down as well. Oh, interesting. Hold on. See, I didn't remember that. These two guys actually cannot climb. So they will have to stay. Let's keep him in a safe spot, and maybe I'll stash him here again. And then retrieve them when we want to. Or we could just gun down this guy. I don't know. I'm feeling kind of adventurous. Let's see how this goes. We're gonna try to gun him down. Just like that for fun.
Hee hee, that was kids' play.
Let's see if anybody reacts too much.
Ah, yeah.
Maybe these guys will come towards us now. Or they will duck inside their buildings again. Now this guy seems intent on exploring. Interesting. Let's actually attract their attention. You never know, killing enemies, they might appear later on in the level. I know for a matter of fact that there is a part 2 coming up in this level where some enemies will emerge out of buildings. Maybe some of these enemies we can take out right now. Make our job easier. Alright, quick save. Now these guys, I don't know where they came from, but in any case, let's take John Cooper now. Oh, hold on.
We got here.
Oh, this guy almost saw me. Interesting. Let's maybe duck in quickly in here. Get John Cooper to safety.
We got here.
Could try to even put these guys in just to be on the very safe side.
Where do we go from here?
Alright, now it's time to operate over on this area. We might need to wait for things to calm down a bit first. Because I know for as a matter of fact, this guy probably assumes his position back here, which is critical for my plans. This is going to be kind of my kill zone now. You see, there's lots of guys here. A lot of them we can take care of in this spot. We can kill them right here. So let's see now. Let's get John Cooper out. Duck down, please.
Okay, but what now?
Wait for this guy to look away a bit. Let's not make it too obvious. And now we can just knife him. Retrieve the knife, rinse and repeat, I guess. Now, hopefully this guy doesn't see us, though. Yeah, see, his vision is kind of limited. I'm thinking I'm gonna take this body. I'm gonna put it here, maybe. Let's put it far away. I don't like putting bodies inside buildings because sometimes they do disappear when you do that. I'm gonna try not to run, and now we're gonna use the watch. Let's see. Only attract one guy's attention, not too many. Like, see, this guy almost enters this this area here. I'm gonna give it 10 seconds just to give me some ample time to get away. I'm gonna go right here, duck down, and do the same thing we did with the previous guy once this guy here comes running.
Who's here?
Alright, I'm gonna wait for him because he kind of swings his vision wildly right now. I don't want to get caught in that.
Who's that?
As soon as I feel clear, though, let's go retrieve him. Always watching this guy. We get the watch as well. Quick save. Rinse and repeat. By the way, we're not gonna take all the guys out the same way. Like you can see, these 4 guys are standing right below a boat. And I can cut this down. You can see it turns green here. I can cut this boat down to bring it on top of their heads.
We got here.
Alright, now, let's
We got
see. Gonna try to attract this guy's attention. Let's give it maybe a good 10 seconds. I'm gonna wait until he comes a bit closer to do that again. You do not need to actually sync
Okay, but what now?
the clock with the enemy's movements. Like this will keep sounding for quite some time. So you do have some time to work. Now it's starting to sound, and he will come in range eventually. Let's wait for him to actually watch the clock and then take him out. Excellent, another one bites the dust. Always remember to retrieve the clock. And I'm thinking we're gonna do this 2 more times. Oh, this enemy is actually... Oh, they are coming to investigate. Interesting. Yes, because they see that one of their bodies is actually missing. Let's quickly duck in here. I don't know how he's gonna react. Let's see. Hopefully he just assumes his regular position again. Without calling reinforcements, I mean. Oh, could we actually... Hold on. Let's get this guy... these guys out.
That was easy. Ah, yes.
Let's attract this guy's attention. This is a kill of opportunity. I wasn't planning on it or anything. But it did work out, so we might as well. Let's see how John Cooper is doing. Everything looks to have be calm again. Alright, so let's rinse and repeat. Although this guy seems to be interested. Yeah, this is kind of the random nature of the game that I was talking about. Like, enemies are getting interested and firing in the sky and whatnot. The game can be quite random, but... Alright, we can work around this. Let's do the watch trick one more time. Only attract one enemy. Remember that. I think 5 seconds is gonna be enough this time.
Okay, but what now? Who's there?
See, and this guy doesn't swing his vision. This is what I mean by the game is totally random. Like the previous guys, they swung their vision wildly while investigating the clock. This guy didn't, and you never know what you're gonna get, so... This used to be one of my major issues with the game, until I discovered the trail of bodies technique, which simplified everything. Alright, now I'm thinking let's take care of this guy as well. Let's put it maybe here, give us some distance to work with.
Okay, then.
There is a weird pattern of behavior in some enemies. By the way, some enemies, instead of investigating themselves, they will call over another enemy and tell him to go investigate, like being their superior officer or something. That sort of behavior. In any case, now we've dealt with all the enemies that aren't under the boat. So I guess you know what comes next. Let's do a save at this point. Let's call it D. And I'm gonna go over on this side.
Onwards and upwards.
These guys cannot see that far, which is nice. Oh, they can hear though. Interesting. Let's do that again. Hold on. Only this time I'm not gonna run. I'm curious to see if they heard my running or the fact that I'm on wood. Or maybe the wood just amplifies the running sound. I'm gonna try to go in walking, and that seems to work fine. So do not run in this area, they can hear you. Something we've discovered together, I guess. Alright, now I'm gonna crouch. I don't know if this is necessary. I might be able to just stand up at this point, but I just don't want to risk it. Cut this rope down. Should take care of all the enemies over there. Excellent. Now remember, you have to go inside here to actually free your free Kate. But I don't want to do that just yet, and I'll explain you why a bit later. Basically, anybody you get in here, he's gonna be kind of trapped for a while. So I do not want to get in there with my best player, John Cooper. I want to use somebody else. Actually, the way is free right now, so we could very well just bring the rest of our plays along. I'm thinking we're gonna keep the Doctor and John Cooper outside. They're usually the most useful characters. And I'm gonna probably make Sammy go in. Let's just make sure this guy doesn't see us over here. Excellent. Let's have everybody start in there and make a hard save here, maybe.
Okay, but what now?
This is a good spot to save right before things start hitting the fan. Now I'm gonna take Sammy out. Let's go straight up there. Oh, also, hold on. Before we do anything like that, there is something that the Doctor can retrieve here. I think that's extra gases. He has 2 vials up to now, which I'm not gonna use anyway, but you never know. My plan is to do things without ever using more tools than I need.
What now?
Alright, and I think now we're ready. Let's make Sam go in, and you're gonna see what happens. Now Kate is there. As soon as I walk in, this guy is gonna come out. Well, not come out, but he's gonna lock himself in and call reinforcements. So everybody comes rushing out. They start setting themselves up all around me, which effectively means whoever you choose to go inside with is kind of trapped right now, right? So this is the setup we're looking at. Everybody's kind of looking towards him, and he's maybe on an alert state or not. And now we're gonna have to work again with John Cooper here. So we forget about Sammy for a while. Let's save. I'm gonna use... That was kind of a weird situation. I think I inadvertently ran there.
Okay, but what now?
Now the problem is these guys are too close together. If I kill any one of them, the other will know. So I'm gonna have to lure somebody away. Interestingly enough, there's a few bodies here. I don't know if I want to have that. Let me clear the bodies, maybe put them a bit further away. Alright, so I cleared all the bodies. And now we're gonna start attracting enemies with the watch. First this guy, maybe. Remember to put ample time on the watch because you cannot run in this section. I'm gonna put 10 seconds and then head in the door. If I run, these guys will notice me. So put enough time on the watch.
What now?
Enough for you to get inside this door.
Stop right there.
Obviously, when you come out, remember again not to run. Do everything by walking. I'm gonna pile this body up with the rest of them. And then we're gonna try to attract the attention of maybe this guy. This guy, by the way, exhibits the behavior I was talking about earlier. He is sort of a captain. So if we attract his attention, he will just call over somebody else to do his search. Instead, I'm gonna try to attract this guy's attention as well. Let's quick save. 10 seconds on the clock, maybe. Although, hold on, I think I only need 5 in this case. I'm quite close to the door anyway.
Onwards and upwards.
So this is gonna attract the attention of both of them. But this guy is gonna come investigate. He is going to look away at some point, giving me the opportunity to take him out. Alright, stash his body. And now maybe we're gonna do the trick with this guy. I'm gonna leave this guy for last because he doesn't ever come looking on his own. So let's save. Rinse and repeat. Let's put 5 on the clock. Always remember not to run.
Onwards and upwards.
Is somebody there? Look around over there.
And we're almost clear of this area. I might not even have to hide the bodies anymore, because I don't think anybody will be able to discover them, but just to be on the safe side. Now this guy doesn't have any other enemies close to him, so we can now effectively take him out without worrying. This guy doesn't see him, I think, yes. There's a few people here that cannot see very far, because this is darkness, one of the advantages of night missions.
Ah!
Man, the sound effects they do when they die. Always enjoy that about old games, I have to say. Like, the sound effects are usually too much for any situation. Like this guy does like he's being strangled or something, I don't know. Alright, now on to the next one. Let's see who watches who. I'm thinking this guy should be easy to attract. We might use a watch. We might use the old trick, do the watch over here.
We got here.
Set it up that way. There is a guy here, by the way. Be careful not to attract his attention, or attract only his attention, whichever you prefer. Now this puts me in a kind of a weird spot. Alright, this spot I can only attract one guy's attention. Let's put 10 seconds on the clock, just so I can walk back. Now we should attract this guy only. And he is gonna come down. I remember that. Let's save this as danger.
Hey, you there!
Yeah, I was a bit too late. See, this is why I'm saving the danger state here. Because I know sometimes I might miss my targets on the first try.
Hey, you there!
Okay.
Or do silly things like this, man. I am off my game today. Alright, third try. Third time is the charm, I hope. It's better when you get a bit closer, maybe.
Whose is that? Oh.
And there you go. Now this guy is a bit tougher than he seems. If only because he's standing on wood, so we should be careful of that. I'm just gonna leave this body here. So when you take this guy out, remember not to step on the wood, he will hear you.
We got here.
Alright, thankfully nobody else can see him, not even this guy looking straight at him seemingly. Now I'm wondering if I should actually do the trail of bodies technique.
Onwards and
I
upwards.
could leave the two bodies here. Maybe use the clock to attract somebody else's attention. See if that works actually. Let's do a save. I'm gonna experiment with a few things. Let's set this here. Duck down.
Upwards.
And this guy should come running. You should see these bodies soon enough.
Huh? Is that a
Okay.
watch?
Will you go investigate though? Interestingly enough, it doesn't seem like he wants to investigate.
You! Ah!
And this didn't work. Alright, let's try it one more time. If he's gonna come investigate like that, I could try a different path. I could just straight up kill him while he's paying attention to the clock.
Who's there?
Well, he doesn't even turn his cone of vision,
Huh?
making it actually quite easy to kill him. We're gonna start a new body pile here, I guess. Alright, quick save now.
Okay.
Let's clear the area, why not? Like, if they pay attention to the clock, I could even run behind this guy if I wanted to have bet. See, I could attract his attention over here. Yeah, let's do the same thing.
Onwards and upwards.
Stop right there.
Oh, he actually swings his vision though. He is gonna make his vision shorter as soon as he... Oh, he actually saw me. Okay, that didn't work. Let's try something different. When they reach the clock, they shorten their vision a bit, usually. See if I can try this another way. Maybe I'll bring him over here and then emerge behind him to kill him. It's quite risky because I'm going right in front of his cone of vision, but it should work. I'm gonna give it 10 seconds. And then I'm gonna duck down here.
Onwards and
It
upwards.
should work theoretically.
Stop right there. Hey, oh, watch. Hey, pal.
It just worked in the nick of time, but you can see, you could probably think of something better. Better positioning for the watch maybe, but sometimes you can be clever, sometimes you can just be quick, I guess. Right, now final enemy remaining. He shouldn't be any trouble because he is actually not looking anywhere as far as I'm concerned. Be careful though, he sometimes swings his vision for a split second. As you can see, kind of twitches there. Not a big problem, but he might just see you and you might be wondering why. Alright, so now that we're done with the bodies, we're just gonna go in and free Kate. I think it's gonna be like a small cutscene or something like that. I don't think any other enemies are going to be activated, so we're just gonna have to make our way back, I guess. I could take Sam back all the way. Oh, we need to open this door though. Hold on, Sam, you can go back in here.
That was easy.
You actually do need 2 members of your team there. You need the doctor to unlock the door. And then you need John Cooper to cut the rope that is tying Kate down. This is actually a 2-man job, surprisingly.
Where do we go from here?
Alright, let's have John Cooper enter. Save the damsel in distress. And let's get going. I think we're gonna receive a kiss here. Yes.
John, I'm so pleased to see you.
Hurry up, we haven't got much time. We need to get the horses fast and get out of here.
Alright, you heard the man. Let's just go back to the horses and be out of here. By the way, you'll notice, since I'm seeing this here, this is a good time to mention it. Ladders can only be traversed by 1 person at a time. That works for enemies as well, not only for you. And you can use that to your advantage. Like if you have a large enemy, group of enemies, you can just fire a shot when you're on the top of a ladder, and one by one they're gonna appear in your vision and you can shoot them down. That's a way you can clear very large groups of enemies indeed, if you're handy with a gun. Alright, now let's get going. Oh, hold on. This guy might see us, unless we're quick.
That was
Nobody else seems to be around, so we might just as well run all the way to our exit point. Alright, now, one by one,
Time's short.
let's get them onto their horses. And that's the end of the mission.